I'm Dr. Kathleen Kowalski-Trackoffler with the Office for Mine, Safety, and Health Research, NIOSH. I'm a research psychologist. We rarely in the mining industry talk about the psychological aspects of escape or what it's like to be in a refuge chamber. And yet there's been a lot of research done, and we know a lot about how a normal person responds in an emergency, particularly since 9/11. Psychologists call what the miners have just experienced a traumatic incident. And we have a lot of information on how a normal person reacts in this abnormal situation. For example, when people are stressed, their mouth will get dry sometimes. They will get sweaty palms. The heart starts to palpitate. They will feel confused. Sometimes they actually feel overwhelmed, which makes it difficult in decision making, particularly during escape. These are normal reactions in an abnormal situation. Now, not everybody experiences these, but most people experience some kind of a reaction when they're in an emergency. So what do you do about it? What are the interventions? Once you are safe in the refuge chamber, there are certain things that you can do to help yourself to get calmed down. One of the first things is breathing. Very basic technique of breathing. What happens when we get anxious is we tend to breathe very shallowly. So taking a deep breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, getting your shoulders relaxed, can calm you very rapidly. There are other things that you can do, particularly in the refuge chamber. You may be in the chamber for a while until the mine rescue team gets here. You know you could be here up to 96 hours. In close quarters like this, your body can get physically cramped. It's important to move around as best you can, even though there will be a lot of other miners in the chamber with you. Example, if you find that you can flex your muscles and then relax, and you actually can do that starting with your feet, moving up your legs, up to your arms, and even your face. If you do that, even if there are a lot of you in the chamber, you can do it in sequence, and that is something that can also help to relax you. It's important to stay hydrated. There is water in the refuge chamber, and it's important that you drink it. There are toilets, which after a while you're going to be dealing with a lot of odors if you're in a chamber for a long period of time. But it's important to take care of yourself and utilize the nutrition that is available to you. Probably the most important thing, if you find yourself in a chamber, is to think forward. And what I mean by that is think what it's going to be like when you get out. Think what it will be like when the mine rescue team arrives. When you get home, what's the first meal that you'd like to have? Think about the game that's on tonight. Think about the series or the last fishing trip you were on, the last hunting trip. Think forward. That is probably the most important thing that you can do. One of the things that we know that's an important piece of information is that people do not panic in an emergency. Contrary to what most people think, in an emergency people panic. They really don't. They follow a very logical instinct of survival to get themselves out and safe. It's the rare individual who panics. And that's important to know for yourself and for the rest of your crew as you leave the mine.